I hope you'll join me. Let's get started. So 30 minutes. Let's start with our warm-up. And we're going to include balance. But I want you to start with your legs hip width, slightly wider than hip width apart, soft bend in your knees, and you're going to rotate. If you do not have any kind of osteoporosis in your spine, if you cannot rotate, then I want you to come up on your toe as you come around. Okay, otherwise we're rotating. And keep working it. Shoulders are back and down. You can have some tunes on. I don't put tunes on because of copyright infringement. I do have a Spotify account. It's Jacqueline JMJ, and you can use my Fitspiration. I generally have the same beats per minute for the workouts. All right, so now we're going to reach and reach. And come up on the toes this time, warming up your calves, your ankles. And shoulders, of course. Good. And so now we'll do circles in our fists. We're going to march. Take it out. Your shoulder blades are in their sockets, or pockets, as I like to call it, and come down. Now the other direction, out, back, and down. All right, so we're going to start with a little bit of balance work, taking your leg up. So I'm just coming up, holding for a split second. And now we're going to use our brain a little bit. We're going to take our hands up, opposite arm to leg. Nice big circles, opening up through the shoulders. If for some reason you have shoulder issues, you can keep the move small, but still move them. That's the main thing. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to take our shoulder blades back and down. Arms are either out to the side, on your hips, in front, wherever you're most comfortable. And you're going to do one leg at a time. Working those hip flexors. Take the arms up for challenge. Up and down. And keep those shoulder blades back. And switching sides. Balancing on your one leg. This is standing core, by the way, too. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Now you're going to tap, and your arms come forward, palms to the ceiling, shoulder height. You wonder how many I do? I generally do between 15 and 20. And last one. So we're going to go back to the first leg. This time we're going to stand on that one leg, and we're going to take our arms out laterally as our leg comes out. You can touch down each time if you want to, or try not to. Here we're warming up our glute med. Of course, all your core balance muscles. You have to make sure that you have a soft bend in your knees. And breathing. Core is nice and tight, shoulder blades in place. And we're going to go to the other side. Shoulder blades are down and back, and you're going to continue with that lateral raise. That's it. A little close to my weights. And let's go 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. March it out again. This time we're going to take our legs a little wider apart, and we're going to take it from a little squat, mini squat, up to you how deep you go, and up to the toes. So we're doing a lot of reps using our shoulders, warming up. It makes your heart rate go up when you use your full body. Good, okay. So now we're gonna take another balance challenge, and it's also warm up for the core, for your entire body. You're gonna get onto your first leg, balance, bring your leg up. If you want, this is level 1, you're gonna reach out and you're gonna pull up, touch down. Level 2, you're just gonna stay down and come up without touching down. Your choice. I have an old injury from running in this right foot. So sometimes it doesn't want to work for me. And let's go 2 more. And last one. So you should have felt that in your entire leg, your core balance muscles, okay? Let's go to the other side. I'm going to come forward a bit so that I don't hit that. Micro bend in the standing leg and extend and come in. You have to keep a soft bend in the knee and you have to keep your shoulders back. That is the only time that your core is actually, or your balance will work, when your core is actually engaged. And 5 more, 4. Of course, you can always hang on to the wall if you need to, or a chair. Balance work takes practice, but you can do these things as a warm-up every day. Okay, so now we're going to get into, I don't know about you, I feel pretty limber and warmed up. We've spent about almost 10 minutes, and we're going to get into our weights. You always, always, always work your legs first. So I'm going to start with my squat to lunges. So I'm going to take my heavier weights, and I'm going to stand up. So I've got heavy, medium, and light for the different body parts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a squat into a lunge. So you're sliding that leg straight back. Lunge, squat, lunge. So I'm using heavy weights. I want to make my workout count. That doesn't mean if you're not ready, you shouldn't use heavy weights. Breathe. And I'm going to go for 10 reps. So 10 reps of each lunge. So you'll be doing more squats. Now I'm going to put my weights down and I'm going to do renegade rows. So renegade rows means that you're going to be working your back. You have 2 options. You can do bent over rows or you can do renegade rows. Bent over rows are easier. So I'm going to show you with the heavier weights. You're going to kick your butt back like you're slamming a car door. Let your waist hang and pull them towards your hips. Eight, 9, 10. So for the second round, we'll do them harder. So now the third part is going to be bicycles. So I always love to include a core. That is my formula. Body parts, muscular, and then going to a core exercise. So now I've got my legs up. To do the bicycle properly, we all know, if you follow me, you have a tabletop start Armpit comes towards knees, and you're going to come onto your shoulder on the opposite side of the leg that is out, or the same side as the leg that's out. The opposite armpit towards the knee. You're asking how many? We're going to do 50. 20 more. If you can't do these, take a break and come back to them. Good. Now give it a little stretch. All right, round 2. So you've done your warm up with your standing bent overs. We're going to go back to the legs. Picking up your weights. You're going to go squat, lunge, squat, lunge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There we go. My heart rate is way high, and I'm feeling a little dizzy. So regulate yourself. Take those deep breaths. You do you. Next, we're going to do renegade rows. All right, renegade rows. Here we go. You're going to come down, grab your weights. You're coming into a full plank. You may start from your knees if you like. So the knee version, your core is nice and tight. You're going to pull up towards your hip. Up, put it back down. Up, put it back down. Renegade, full renegade rows without the push-ups. Legs are nice and wide apart. Plank, pull. Try and keep your core as tight as possible. The weight comes towards the hip. All right, that's that one. So, you do you, I'm going to do me. So I'm going to go back to my bicycles. This is not a faint of heart workout, literally. It's a more difficult workout. All right. Elbows are out, and let's go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Extend those legs. Roll shoulder to shoulder as your opposite knee comes in. Three, 4, 5. Excellent. Okay, let's take it up. On to the next. So we're doing two rounds of everything. You may stop the video and do 3 rounds if you want. Okay, so now we're going to go to deadlifts. So I'm going to take my heavier weights. I'm going to bend my knees to pick them up. And I'm going to grab them, bring them up. Legs hip width apart. Toes and heels on the floor. Shoulder blades are back. You're going to have your neck in line with the spine. Do not crick your neck. And you're going to come down with the weights close to your legs and come back up. If you need to watch my video on how to deadlift properly and hip hinge, you can go do that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go to 12, 11, and 12. Good. So now I'm going to get down on the ground, still have my heavy weights. I'm going to take my weights with me, and I'm going to bring them up, and I'm going to do a hip drive with a chest press. Feet right under the hips. I'm going to come down with my elbows and push up my hips. Your feet are right under your knees to really focus on the glutes. Breathe out on the exertion. The weights come down beside your chest. Your elbows are more in line with your armpits or your sternum. And 10. Good. So now I'm going to put my weights down, and I'm going to get on my side, and we're going to do a side plank with a knee to elbow. So setting yourself up, you're going to come to a plank from the knees, reach and pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then you're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Planning your workouts is really important to do them so that you do not work too much of one body part at the same time, risking injury. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to come up and we're going to do that all over again. So let's grab the weights, bring them up, shoulder blades down and back, and with the legs close, or the weights close to your legs, you do not round out your lower back. You push through your feet, engaging your glutes before you even come up. So put your mind to the muscle. You do you. If you're going super heavy, you don't have to do as many reps. Okay, back to your chest press with the hip drive. Taking your weights, bringing them up. Oh. Hips are up and down. Squeeze the bum on the way up. I'm gonna go 2 more. And last one. So now I'm gonna take those weights down and I'm gonna do my side plank. From my knees. You're welcome to do them fully extended. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Other side. And let's go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Okay. So now we're going to go on to the next, which is our arms. And we've got a little bit more legs. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do sumo squat. Toes are out. Legs are nice and wide. Picking up my weight and down, up. So you could do, if you want to be more efficient, do your curls, but you want to have a heavier weight. Normally I do this with 40s, but, or more, I'm just going to do them with the 25s. You get the idea. And I'm going to hold it down and come up on my toes, working my calves. Isometric contraction of in the down, being down in the down sumo position. 19, 20. Putting that weight down, grabbing your lighter weights. So I have my 12s, and I'm going to stand on one leg, and I'm going to do 6 per side. So holding. So I'm doing a curl where I come from a hammer up to a full. It just makes more sense when I have one leg raised, not to come down in a full palm to ceiling bicep curl, or traditional curl. And 6. Perfect. Your triceps, we're going to get back into that slam the car door position, but we're not coming down as low as a bent over row, and you're going to kick it out. Could have used my 10s for this, but it's a challenge, and I always want to challenge myself. 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. Surprise yourself sometimes. All right, so back to our sumos. Nice and wide apart. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Stay down. Up on your toes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. Grab your weights again, and let's do this. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All those feel-good endorphins kicking in. Whoops. 2. It's okay to touch that toe down. And 6. All right. And getting the right position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. So if you want to do a third round, pause the video, go for another round. I'm going to get us into stretch mode. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take our legs nice and wide apart, and we're going to bend our knees and come into a lateral stretch for the inner thigh. Normally you want to try and hold your stretches for a minimum of 30 seconds. Go over to the other side and hold. So we don't do that on the video, but please take your time stretching. I have numerous stretching videos that you can do. The next day is also always a good time. Any time is a good time to stretch. I call them delicious stretches. So now we're going to go into hip flexors. So adaptive hip flexor, you're going to slide that leg straight back just a little bit, about a foot, foot and a half, and push the hip forward. Other arm goes up. You should feel that right through here. Now we're going to stretch our triceps while we're here. Trying to be efficient, you know. And release. We're going to do the other side. Slide it straight back. And hips come forward, reach it up. And stretching your triceps. Push your hip forward. And breathe. Lovely. And taking it out. Stretching your hamstrings. One leg forward. Nice flat back from the hip. Reach for the toe. Do not round out your spine. If you round out the spine, it takes away from the stretch. Have a micro bend in your knee. Do not hyperextend it. I'm such a bossy pants, but I just mean well. Up, and let's do the other side. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're going to reach for that toe. Nice flat back. No rounding, micro bend. See if you can go a little deeper. Fantastic. Now you're going to take your foot, stand up tall, do some more balance work here. Knees line up, hips go forward. Squeeze your bum as you push your hip forward. If you still don't feel it, flex your foot and push into your hand. Good. Nice little tips. Tips of the trade. All right, let's get the other leg. Doing all the things I mentioned. This also opens up your chest. Excellent work. And now we're going to do our chest. We're going to take the arms back, clasp them if you can, open up through the chest, or you can put your hands on your hips. Look up. Now rounding out the spine for a lower back stretch. Grab your ankles, let your head hang. Feels so good on the lower back. Now we're going to do our calves. Push down on the back heel, push into the floor, adjust if you need to. And then the other side. So push that heel into the floor. Hopefully you feel the calf stretch. I have another video on stretching, so there's so many videos. I should have lots of subscribers. For some reason, our age group, if you are my age group, which tends to be, I'm on the tail end of the boomers. I won't say I'm a Gen X, but on the tail end of the boomers. We don't tend to subscribe, like, or any of it. All right, come on up. And upper back. Bring your arm across. Also gets your shoulders. And arm across. And over. And over. And because we worked our glutes, we're going to check our balance one more time. Bringing that foot up, flexing it, bringing it above the knee. And you're going to sit down into the stretch. And breathe. And then the other side. Flex that foot, bring it up, and sit. Now you can hold on to something. You can also do this seated in the chair or lying down in a figure four. I just like, because it's balance, I like to also work the balance. And taking it up. I hope you've enjoyed that workout. I certainly did. Thank you for joining me. There are always different ways that you can adapt. So do the one that's right for you. Put on some great tunes. Make sure you have your heart rate going. And have a fantastic, strong day. Live strong, live long, my friends. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.